shoot around today. Scoot looked to be doing a little bit more.
Yeah,
around,
yeah.
taking some shots. Just kind of how you guys feeling about where he is.
Yeah, no adjustment. Just, I think today was his first day on the court, so still no running, just moving. So.
In Philly, you kind of mentioned like, hey, we are Rumor Central.
Yeah.
And I can't wait until the deadline's done so we can stop being Rumor Central.
Well, that hasn't stopped people all year, so I don't think that's going to stop people. So.
Dealing with a new batch of it.
Yeah.
The onslaught seems unending. Like it's just going to keep happening.
Yeah, it's. I mean, same thing. We don't answer to any of it. Nothing's changed, and we're just trying to win a game. Hate to take a story away from you guys, but.
No. How do you? I mean, they're grown people. They can take it or leave it, I'm sure. But
Yeah.
how do you keep them from obsessing about it?
Yeah, I don't know the answer. I've never known that answer, and nobody has. I think every year it's a different thing. It's so much tougher now. I've said that many times. And when we played, it was you, Rachel, Bob, Brian, and 6 other people. And you had to go and buy the paper to read the paper. And times have changed. There's people reporting on teams that have never met anybody, never seen anybody, but it's news is news now. When you read it, people read it as it must be a fact. It must be factual, even when people write it with no knowledge. And some people do have knowledge. It's just the way it is. So I do address it. I more than I used to. I sit down, with guys who, I trust my staff, like who is it affecting?
Yeah.
And they're guessing too. But if they say, I really think it affects them, I'll sit that guy down. But that's all you can do. Agents call now, and I've always wondered with that why an agent would call his player and say, hey, you've been mentioned in 17 trades. I just don't get the logic there,
right.
But that's what some of them do. So yeah, it's just different.
Doc, I'll throw one at you. The crazy season back to the game itself here today. But I'm curious when you look back at the last 2 that you played with these guys, was there a common theme that you saw?
Well, they won at the end of the game. Really, like we played well through the game, and then the game in Milwaukee, like you can't blow a game in a better way. Missed free throws. I think we missed 4 or 5 free throws down the stretch. Turned the ball over. Could have dribbled the clock out. I think took a quick shot at the basket. They got it, and they made a shot at the end. So the only good news is that guy can't make one of those shots. And he had the same shot against us in Atlanta, and we stopped him. So it's just the way it is.
Doc, I'm working on a piece about how coaches decide who they have on their staff working with the players to help them on their shooting mechanics.
Yeah.
What's your philosophy on it? Do you have each of your assistants work with all 3 of the people he works on, or do you have one person? What do you think is best?
I think it's best when you can find a really good shooting coach, but there's not a lot of those out there. So the second best is, you have your skill development staff. They all have their strengths and weaknesses like we all do in life. And you kind of figure it out, that one, like who has the most knowledge about the shot. The guys, the one thing I've learned with the players, when you don't have a chip on your staff, they figure out who they think is the best guy at working with shots, and you figure it out because they'll tell you, I want to work with that guy more, I want to do this more, and so that one's pretty easy.
Yesterday, Jay Crowder tweeted something about how he felt like the team's downfall started with you getting hired.
Yeah.
And Adrian Griffin getting fired.
Well, that's just a nice thing to say and bring up. Yeah.
I'm curious for you, like, when an ex-player says something about you, like, how did, as a coach,
it goes like, it really does. I mean, it hurts us all when you see somebody, but usually there's a reason behind it. Usually it's called playing time, and you know that. for sure. And, I always use the David Chappelle line, when the Titans are failing, the cowards will come out and crow, and I've always thought that's got a lot of truth to it.
Coach, how do you feel about the team's preparation for tonight's game?
Well, I think we're prepared. We better be. We're struggling, and we need to come in here and get a win. But it's not like they haven't been either, and they just won a game, so they're feeling better about their game than us right now because they won the last game. So they're at home. It's Gilbert Arenas night or John Wall night, and I don't even know what that means. Like, will that bring them more joy? Will that be a distraction? I mean, who knows? But I just know there'll be more people. There'll be more energy, hopefully, in the crowd, and that'll be a good thing. Good thing for both teams, actually.
If one of those rumors does turn into reality over the next several days, and it depends on what the shape of everything would be, but how would you anticipate that changing what the rest of the season would look like?
Well, it's a good way of trying to ask a question that I'm not going to answer. I will say that was a really good effort there. But I mean, I don't, it's something, why think about something that hasn't happened and probably won't happen?
All right, last one, let me be honest. Do you seek more information from him or less at this time when this is going on?
Probably about the same. I mean, it's funny. I don't seek any information about that. We talked today about he went to Peter Fagan's Key to the City thing, and I texted him a long text telling him those are the things that matters, like to me, like as a coach. I was very proud of him that, you don't have to show up for that kind of stuff. And he did, and I wanted him to, and he did it, showed up, because when you're the best player, you're asked to do more, and most of the time they don't want to do it, and I just thought that was really cool that he showed up. I thought it meant a lot. I told him, you don't know how much that means to someone else, and when you do things like that, that speaks about who you are, and so that's what we talked about today. Other than that, that was about it.
Three lucky contestants that are going to try to do the exact same thing. Britt, who do you have with you today?
I got 3 John Wall fans. Hopefully they can shoot like him too. I got Johnny, Claire, and Mark. Are y'all ready? 45 seconds on the clock. We need at least 1 make for them to get those autographed basketballs. No pressure for John's watching. In 3, 2, 1, go! All right, we got an air ball. Okay, another air ball. We're making contact. About 35 seconds left. DC family, make some noise like it's John shooting. We need 1 make. Give me 1 make, and everybody's getting an autographed basketball.
Justin Champagne.
Wall over Kobe Bryant for three. Banks. He cashes in. 360 spin of the ballot up. Right off the glass and scores at the line. John Wall star. Incredible. That was nasty. Wall rises with the leg. Shoots. Wall brings past Palmer. Around the back, on the fly, going 120 miles an hour. Washington down 3-2. They need to win this to stay alive. 7.7 seconds to go. Now this is big right now. Morris, Wall, Beal, and Gortat. Burke can't find anybody. Gives it to Wall. Burke gets Riley for three. Shot! John Wall steps on the scoring table, his arms in the air, because the Wizards have done it. They have given the nation's capital a reason to smile again.
John Wall is in the building. HC family, please welcome to center court, John Wall. Joining John at center court are his sons Ace and Amir. The Wizards, in partnership with DC Parks and Recreation, are happy to announce and share with John for the very first time, as part of the District of Play program, the next court renovation at Randall Recreation will be named the John Wall Court. The John Wall Court will debut this summer, creating a lasting legacy for John right here in the district. Finally, please welcome to center court Monumental Sports and Entertainment President of Media and New Enterprises, Zach Leonsis. On behalf of the Leonsis Family Foundation, we are proud to present a $25,000 check to the John Wall Family Foundation, reinforcing John's continued commitment to the DC community. DC family, give it up one more time for the great John Wall.
First and foremost, I want to thank all y'all for coming out. I know it's a snowstorm and some ice outside. But first and foremost, I want to thank the Leonsis family and the Wizards organization for giving me the opportunity to live out my dream to make it to the NBA. Coming from Raleigh, North Carolina, all I think about was making it to 18 years old. I never thought this was possible. I love y'all. This is my city. This is still my house. And I love y'all. Thank y'all for the night.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for John Wall.
how important was the bench contribution today, given Trey leaving the game in the second quarter?
Yeah, I thought they were terrific. We played smaller tonight, and we played, Jameer and Justin at the 4 and 5. I thought Malachi gave us good minutes in there. Really positive what they did. They kept us game steady for us. It was really good.
Any initial update on Trey's status?
I do not have one, no.
Okay.
Hi, Brian. We know that Alex was under the weather. How big was it for him to not only play, but have the performance that he did?
Yeah, terrific tonight. He obviously wasn't feeling good, but he'll step up to the plate. I believe career high rebounding. He was out there switching on pick and rolls tonight, protecting the rim. I think this is really the story of today's game. Obviously, we didn't shoot the ball the way we would have liked, but we're winning with our defense. We're able to get stops, able to keep them off the free throw line. And I think those are the things that make us consistent, and we got stops down the stretch too. I think that was really the story of the game. When you're not shooting well, you can still win the game. And we've done that here a little bit lately. Those are really good things. Those are really positive steps for our team.
You mentioned doing that lately. It's been kind of a recent trend. What can you say about the guys kind of buying into that identity?
Yeah, I think it's good. I think our defense is growing from basically the last month or so, but then even the last week, it's really even stepped up. You can see we're just disrupting teams, we're harassing teams, we're making plays at the rim, hustle plays. Those are stuff that are really winning basketball. We're making a ton of winning plays out there, and that's good momentum for our team, and it's a good growth.
Speaking of defense, Coach, can you speak to Bilal's defense tonight? He had that late stop on Kuzma, but the whole game.
Yeah, he sets the tone at the point of the attack. I also think he had 10 rebounds tonight. It just causes havoc out there. It's hard to bring the ball up for him. It's extending where their offense is starting, and it kind of gets everybody engaged because they see him, and you have to respond to that. Your teammates see his intensity level. Him and Alex him up front, Alex in the back line. It's pretty hard to score on us right now.
Chase asked you about Alex, and he, I think, finished with a career high in rebounds.
Yeah.
Giannis was out, but he also had to go up against Miles Turner. So what did you see from that matchup, and what enabled him to do that?
Well, I think it was multiple efforts because we were switching pick and roll, so it wasn't exactly like he was underneath the rim the whole game. So he was going to have to come back, and then obviously you saw him on the offensive boards too. I believe he had 7 offensive rebounds, and that was another big key for us offense. We had 23 offensive rebounds, 23 second chance points. I'm sorry, but we were attacking the glass, and those things help you win the possession game, and I believe we won the possession game by a pretty good number tonight.
How you doing, Coach? Can you talk about your team's resilience and executing to close this one out?
Yeah, I think we've been in these. I think we talked about this probably about a week ago. We've been in a lot of these close games here recently, and they're all good lessons for our group. And we're learning what we can do to execute on both ends. The most important thing is you got to execute defensively and be able to get stops. And we were able to do that. And then we were able to find some good execution, things that we wanted to run offensively that led us some good shots. You saw the backdoor to Chris for Keyshawn. Bob made got those 2 big free throws. Keyshawn hit a little pull-up jump shot he had in the lane. All those things are just teaching us how to play in these close games. Those are great experiences for our group.
You just mentioned Keyshawn. What did you think about his aggressiveness at the end, attacking his matchups, getting to the basket, mid-range, whatever it may be?
Yeah, we want to put him in many of those positions if possible because he's going to be in those a lot in his career. It's early in his career. He's learning where he can get to. He's big. He can see over the defense. He can make the little pull-up, which is really good at the end of the games, and he can also make the passes. So all those things are really good to keep putting him in those situations, and we will continue to do that.
Josh. It seemed like your team had an extra skip and step after this, and we could hear some of the yelling from the locker room area after the game, like a positive yelling, not an angry yelling. What had the group so unusually hyped up after the game tonight?
I'm not quite sure. I'm probably too old to even understand half the stuff they do in there. So I think they were just happy. They were happy with the win, grinding out that way, and I'm able to get that. I think they were just happy about that.
Did they say any of that 6'7" stuff, or is that are they too old for that?
I don't even know that stuff. That's right. You're on top of it though, Josh. That's impressive.
BK, before the game, Christy had asked you about Bilal being aggressive. I know from an offensive standpoint that the score sheet doesn't have the gaudy numbers, but how did you feel he was based on your response to her about just getting downhill, attacking his matchup? And then do you feel he flipped it and used that aggression on the defensive end?
The defense is always constant with him. That never changes. I thought he was aggressive when he had the opportunities to attack. You saw that he got that one in transition there in the second half. He just kind of sets the tone for us on both ends with his aggressiveness, but the defense was terrific tonight.
Hey, Coach. Outside of Sarr, there wasn't really a whole lot of size in tonight's rotation. Is there anyone you're sort of trying to get to play bigger, considering how skinny some of the guys in your team are?
We did play smaller tonight. We had, like I said, we had Jameer and Justin playing the 4 and 5, and we were switching quite a amount of pick and roll. So everybody had to do their part. You could see it. We made plays at the rim on some of their bigs that were pretty impressive. Guys scrambling over, digging out balls, blocking shots at the rim, getting on loose balls. All those things are just winning plays. Doesn't matter the size you are. We really fought, I thought, in there tonight. Really good.
And of your 12 wins this season, 3 are against the Bucks. Have you seen any patterns in these 3 wins? Something you're taking advantage of in these kind of matchups or anything?
I think I said this in the pregame. We just take it game by game. Every game's a separate thing. Really have much more on that.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.